But anyway, you can catch me any day sipping vodka, saying what I say on Straight from the K. Shout out to Versus on last night. I do my videos a week in advance, so that's what That's probably gonna be like last week by the time you see this video. But shout out to SWV and Escape, Hometown Girls Escape. Let's see, Tamika, Candy, Natasha. I believe all them went to Tri-City, and then I know Tiny. I believe she went to George, not too far off of Cleveland Avenue. Not, if you're from Atlanta, you know the area. Also, they had another member, a very light-skinned girl. I forgot her name, but a lot of times you'll see her on their show. She show up, but when I saw them back in the day, when I was like in 9th grade, attending a Tri-City Summer Performing Arts Program, they had 5 members at the time. So yes, shout out to them. Them girls come a long way, and I love to see them, and they sound beautiful. Last night, I love to see that, as well as SWV. Anything you want me to do, I'll do it. Coco be killing it. So anyway, this video is about okay, it's windy. You see, it's a windy day. But anyway, this video is about, okay, it's Mother's Day. On this day I'm filming, but like I said, the video might just gonna come out a week later, because I do that. Give my daughter time. These young people, they're a little slow. But this is about mothers. I want to give a shout out to my birth mother, my grandmother, my aunties, and my godmother, and her mother, who has just passed in 2018. All those people contribute to my livelihood, as well as I was blessed to be with my great grandmother and my great great grandmama. So I'm like super old lady gang. But been through some things. So I want to talk about when your parent goes to prison. Like my mom, she did some time downstate for a little while. I think it was more domestic situation. Like she had a temper issue back in the day, so along with other things, but we all have to develop and grow. I mean, I'm developing and growing. Nobody perfect, so I still love her. But being her daughter, and talking to her and learning a lot of different things about the game. It's a lot of things you end up being responsible for. At this time, my mother, shout out to her, my biological mother, because I have plenty of mothers, but it took like you said, it take a village. So, but my biological mother, she did what she thought was best, and then I want to let people know who go through this. It's women out, it's girls out here. I want to let you know you're not alone on far as having a parent incarcerated. So I went through an incarceration period, and now my children have their father who's incarcerated. I can shove it off all day long, but he not related to me. He related to them. It's gonna hit different with them, not me. That's not my daddy. But let me get back to the mother, because a lot of people miss their fathers all day long, and I have an absent father as well. But the mother was like in and out too, and had her own drama. So a lot of people don't deal with that. They always want to deal with just, the father wasn't around, and I didn't have no daddy, and it didn't bother because I didn't have love for my father. The Tupac saying. But it's more to it. But it's also like the Tupac saying, when the mother was doing her thing, she would still want to be out there, and the family support that. Like, it's good to have family support it, because it's best not to have you in some kind of state system where you adopted or something like that. So, but sometimes, I don't know, do it seem like it come across that we kind of enable the people when they having children, and then they want to still be young, or they feel like somebody owe them something, so they still go back out in the street and just dump their kids off on, not say dump, but kind of assume that aunties and uncles and grandmas gonna take care of them, and that's the right thing to do. But in the day, do we go out here doing that? Because like, I was offered that through my family, And I just thought that wasn't right. I mean, I feel like it's nothing that bad that I can't get on my feet. You know where you, where I gotta be. You know, dropping my kids off with another family member. But my grandma helped raise me, and my godmother helped raise me. My mama, she touched in. My aunties definitely was a big cheerleader in my situation. They don't think I see them, but shout out to them. One in Richmond Park, Illinois, other one in Joliet. Love you, love you, love you. So the thing is, and I had one auntie tell me every day, read a dictionary every day, and that's the one in Joliet. So that's my auntie. So, but anyway, everybody has a piece of they. You know, I am a part. I'm like a quilt, and I'm pretty sure you are too. You know, it's not just me. I'm just giving my story because I don't know your story. So I'm just using my story as a story you can connect to. It's not all about me. My channel, but it ain't all about me. It's about me saying something, so we can start thinking it out. But dealing with an incarcerated mother at the time, and when I was older too, when I was older, and it's funny because she was incarcerated in like my early years, like probably like my early 20s. Yeah, my early 20s. So then it was things I had to do because I was grown and I can help her and stand in the gap for her. So dealing with that situation, because you know you got some people out here who dealing with incarcerated parents, like I said, young, like my kids are dealing with. But but I'm the sole provider, so what do you call it, the custody parent. So it doesn't really affect their livelihood as much as my mother being incarcerated. So my mother being incarcerated, this is just my story. She but I was already out on my own. I mean, I had already at that time I was doing hair. I was licensed in the hair salon working, and had my own place and things of that nature. But I hadn't heard from her like 2 years, and then all of a sudden I get a letter she locked up. So guess what? She needed what you call it? Oh my God. She needs someone to stand in the gap for her legally. You know what I mean? So it's gonna come to me soon about you know the actual name that I stand in when it comes to lawyer paperwork. But I had to handle her affairs, like do her income taxes and handle anything she had going on out here. So and be like I told you, I hadn't talked to her in 2 years because she was doing her thing, you know, her thizzle. But then all of a sudden, I was in charge of her estates, or I'm not her estates, but you know, her legal matters. So I just want to let you all know that I go through that, and those are things that come up when you have a parent incarcerated. You may have to be the person, you know, who have power of attorney. I got it. See, I'm so dingy sometimes. I was power of attorney, and you may have to be a power of attorney for your parent because I don't have like brothers and sisters and things like that nature. I do have a half sister on my father's side, but you know that's so distant. Anybody know about that type of situation? That's like, do I see them or do I not? You know what I mean? But when it comes to my mother, I had a brother who was shot in Chicago back in 1990 when the shooting craze was starting to rise up. So South Side Chicago, stand up over there in the, what you call it, the Wild Hundreds. That's the area I'm from originally. So it is what it is. But anyway, he was killed and shot. So she just had me. So at the end of the day, I'm the person. I end up being power of attorney of my mama's uh, legal matters. So that's something you need to look into if you are a person who has a parent who is incarcerated. Try to look into if you're old enough, over 17 years old. I'm talking about 17 in Georgia, but over 17 if you're in another state, of being a power of attorney for your parents to handle their legal matters, because things, life and stuff must go on, and you're still the you know, the sole heir or the next of kin, which is the child. And so also look into trying to keep, if your parent is like kind of like the time they don't really pay attention to all the affairs of insurances and things of that nature, try to make sure that's straight too. If I'm the only child at this point. I was not originally the only child, but I am the only child, and then I'm a female. So of course, even if my brother was living, I'd probably be still a person in charge, because you know females, we think about it all. Well, I am. I like to control and manipulate. I'm sorry, puppet. I like to make sure things are in order. I don't like too many surprises. So if you can, when you having parents that's legally and withhold from their freedom. You try to do all you can to make sure things go smoothly as possible if they have a lot of time. She didn't have good things. She didn't have a lot of time, so I just was able to handle a couple of things for her that year. I'm just bringing this fact up to just touch bases with you all and connect with people who go through this thing to let you know that I've been there and I understand. You know, so it is what it is. My children right now, currently, like I said, they going through it. Their thing is a little rougher. It's a little rougher, but at the same time, a little better. Like I said, I am the parent who has custody and take care of them. So it's not like really, really bad. But at the end of the day, their particular their father who's incarcerated, their situation was more put on social media. So it's other drama that they go through that I don't understand. Cause like when my mama did what she did, it was we didn't have it was no social media. It was nothing that click on like and share thing going on. Nobody even cared. Nobody even knew. I people didn't know she's my mom. You know what I mean? But now things come out, so it's just a different like. But then back to the video about family curses and things that go around. Like is that something I put into an existence in the fight? Can I fight it for my kids in the future? What can I do going forward to ensure that they do not have that same situation going on in their life too? Like, does it stop somewhere where when they start mating and getting married and having children, would they person be incarcerated? You know what I mean? You got to stop that. You got to stop somewhere where people can have the unit that they desire, if it can be. That's all I'm saying. So, like I said, this was just another. This really is one of them hood talk. I'm talking real and straight because it needs to be talked about. These are the subjects we don't talk about too much. Everything is about adding hair and he didn't come home and who this is on my phone. It ain't all about that all the time. Sometimes it's some other hurt because these are the hurts that make us go through those other the things that it promotes, like the babies that it presents. And I'm not talking about real babies. I'm talking about the after effects, the things that we go through, far as where is he at, and this girl, no, she didn't say nothing to me, or am I fat, or do I look cute enough, and do I need to get my booty done, and all these insecurities that end up coming up, they stem from a lot of these issues from home life and how we interpret it. It's all about interpretation, and you're not wrong. No one's wrong. There's no right. Interpretation is interpretation. It's how you did what you had to do to survive and cope at the time. But then sometimes you have to go back and look at that thing and say, well, okay, let me re-examine this and see what was I on. I did what I had to do this to not go crazy, but now I'm back. I can look at it now from a 2-year older perspective, or a 4-year older, or a 10-year older perspective. A lot of times you still walking around with that stuff, and I just all about us want to heal and not walking around as hurt people and hurting other people, and hurting ourselves and hurting our kids and the next generation. Because the generation out here is hurting y'all. I don't know if you noticed, they are hurting people. This is a hurt generation online. That's all they're doing. They're thirsty and they hurt. Now, I'm nobody to condemn anybody. I'm just going by what I see and what I learned from what I've been through. So what we can do going forward. It's all about going forward, and nothing we can do about the past. Some of these situations were inherited. Some of these situations we didn't even ask for. Some of these situations we didn't even realize we had arrived to. A lot of times you don't even know you be in some mess. You don't know it's no mess. You just having a good time barbecuing outside and playing outside. And next thing you know, y'all gotta move all of a sudden. Like tonight, you was outside playing all day. Then your mom talking about, get your stuff, we gotta go. They acting crazy over here. You don't really know what the subject is behind it. How long that stuff been brewing. It be stuff like what we discussing now. That's the kind of stuff that make things very where it's not consistent, dependable, and lacking confidence of a person. You can't have confidence if you don't have a good foundation. If my house or this chair I'm sitting in right now was not, it didn't have 4 legs, I wouldn't believe in it. So it's the same thing. You gotta believe in things of that nature. And use an example because I'm in the chair. See? I'm in the chair. So you don't want to always be like, well, I don't believe in these things that. You know what I mean? We got to figure it out. To help. And I'm all about the development of us growing forward. It's like a lot of things are not all just everybody's fault. A lot of it's our reaction, and we need to know how to battle better when people battle us. At least be equipped. The Bible say, "Put on your full armor." You know what I mean? So you have to be ready. If you're ready, you gotta get ready. Like, so you stay ready, you don't have to get ready. I'm always gonna talk old. So anyway, I appreciate y'all listening to me. I thank you for your comment. Thank you, new subscriber. Thank you. I see you. I thank you. I appreciate it. Also, check me out. My link at the bottom. If you're in the Clayton County area, Clayton County, Georgia area of Jonesboro, Riverdale, I will be delivering what you call it, beauty supply, like your gels, your hair colors. I'll be servicing Riverdale and Jonesboro at this time. There are 3 local beauty supplies that's in our area, so check the links out at the bottom. And now it's it's gonna be like Instacart or something like that, so it's charging me on delivery, but at the end of the day it can come to you. You can get your hair, you can get your little lace fronts, or your crochet, whatever you're trying to get, whatever look you're trying to get, and what you're trying to achieve. You want your lashes, you want your eyebrow arch. What I'm trying to do, video. But anyway, it's straight from the K. All right, I love you. Thank you. Like, comment, subscribe. Appreciate you. I thank you for the growth. I appreciate you.